sound of a bustling 1950s newsroom typewriters clacking and muffled voices fades into a soft, steady rhythm of a ticking clock narrator. You're listening to The Climb. Today, we look at a woman who redefined the word resilience. Before she was a global icon, a billionaire, and the most trusted voice in America. Oprah Winfrey was a young girl fighting for a seat at the table in a world that was unready to give her one. The music shifts to a low, somber cello melody narrator. Most people see the stage and the spotlight, but Oprah's early career was a series of storms. At 22, she was a news co-anchor in Baltimore, a job she thought was her big break. But the experts in charge didn't agree. They told her she was unfit for television news. They said she was too emotional, that she got too invested in the stories of the people she interviewed. They eventually demoted her, taking her off the anchor desk and moving her to a low-rated morning talk show. Short pause. The music begins to transition from somber to a light, pulsing tempo narrator. Imagine the weight of that moment. You've worked your entire life to escape poverty. You've reached the anchor desk, and suddenly the gatekeepers tell you that the very heart you lead with is a liability. For many, that demotion would have been the end sign to pack up and try a different, quieter path. But for Oprah, that failure was actually a redirection. Narrator. In that smaller, less prestigious talk show format, she discovered something life-changing. She found that her weakness, her deep, unyielding empathy, was actually her greatest superpower. She wasn't just reading the news anymore. She was connecting with the human soul. She realized that people didn't want a robotic delivery of facts. They wanted to be seen. They wanted to be understood. The music swells, becoming warm and cinematic narrator. She took that spark to Chicago, arriving with a determination that no critic could dampen. She took a third-rate morning show and, within months, turned it into a national phenomenon that eclipsed everything in its path. She didn't change who she was to fit the industry. She forced the industry to change to fit her. By leaning into the very emotions she was once told to hide. She built a media empire that bridged cultural divides and changed the landscape of American conversation forever. Narrator. So, if you're re-sitting in a moment of rejection today, someone in a position of power has told you that your greatest trait is a well, remember Oprah. That demotion might just be the universe moving you toward the stage you were actually born to command. Your too much might just be exactly what the world is waiting for. Don't dim your light just because it's hurting someone else's eyes. Keep shining and let them find their own glasses.